we are. All right, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. All right, here we are. Here we are. Okay, so we're at part 3 of the glass slipper project, and here we are at the Rogue Rigging World Headquarters. And yeah, so now it's all about the mast. We're gonna get all the electrical in. I'll put the taglines in for electrical, taglines in for all the halyards, and ta-da! All of the running rigging is done. So we've got all of it built up, and so it's all ready to install, and get all the electrical, all the instruments on. So we're gonna try and button up the mast while they're finishing working on the keel. So then the keel, or so the boat will go into our pit, which is a big hole here in the boat yard, so that the boat will be down lower, so that the guys can longboard the bottom. And yeah, and then next week we're hoping to start putting the standing rig in, building up the rod, and hanging the mast and putting the rig in the boat. So yeah, good times. Yeah. So it's really hard telling when I was doing all the time-lapse photos or whatever, but just so you can get an idea of everything that's involved in like a halyard. So like this is one of the spinnaker halyards, and every single spinnaker halyard, actually let's take this one over here. Every single spinnaker halyard has been stripped, and then the last few feet of the halyard gets a Dyneema chafe tip with the halyard ball that is coordinated with the halyard. And there's going to be a piece of red heat shrink that correlates to that on the clutch that'll be also labeled, just to dumb it down. But yeah, so that's spliced on there, and then it's stripped back about the height of the mast to get rid of some weight and some friction through the sheaves. So that's every single halyard is done like that. So you can see that was a spin halyard, staysail halyard, same situation. And let's see, that is a frac halyard, same thing. But the jib halyard, we left the jib halyard, did not strip it just because it's Vectran. And yes, Vectran. There's other options out there in the market. You could go PBO, you can go SK99, but you know what? Vectran will get the job done for the budget here. This is not a super high dollar boat. We gotta spend money where needed, and the halyard I think we'll be fine with the Vectran for that. So that's the jib halyard. Tack line, same thing. They all get their coordinated ball that matches, and then they're all stripped appropriately and chafe sleeve on the tips. Same thing there. And then main halyard. Main halyard's a 2-to-1. Here's a sweet Alaska 2-to-1 shackle, and then there is Dyneema chafe sleeve. This is black stuff here, and I'm not going to go for the top 3 feet for the 2-to-1 there. And then once we have the sails built and we know where the reef points are, I'll put more chafe sleeve where those guys will be on the shackle throughout. But yeah, so it's the 2-to-1. Let's see, that looks like another tack line. Oh no, yeah, that's the code 0 tack line. So it's got a sailmaker symbol because it's going to dead end on a Alaska that's on the end of the sprit, or middle sprit. Running back tails, they're all stripped. This is New England Ropes Polytech, so it's a polyester Technora blend cover. Dyneema chafe sleeve, and then yeah, that's all the running backs. Running back stays, and this is all Dynex ducks, and with Dyneema chafe sleeve over the top. We did not do chafe sleeve over this part because of the tolerances around the Collignon Marine fitting that's up at the top, but I did dip these in Maxi Jacket to give it a UV coating as well. And then yep, and it goes with the nice Harkin blocks with the boots over the top of them. And yeah, so all this is all going to get installed today. So that'll be exciting. Button that up, and then the next is gonna be messing with all the turnbuckles and all the rod. We got the big old hoops of rod, so good times. Another rainy, cold day here at the yard. Only a couple of us working on the boat right now. Everybody else headed home. It's just been pouring. But yeah, I've been splicing a lot in the shop, and I need to get out some fresh air, so we're gonna do some splicing of the jib leads. So splicing of these sweet and tall Dyneema loop things. So stand by. Pulling all the halyards through, tag lines. You already there? Oh, you got the staysail. Oh, the fun. Taglines pulled through, and then we're gonna make sure they're not all twisted. That's spin 2 or spin 1 now?
That was spin 1.
Okay, perfect. You can take up tension on that. Just to get it out of my way. Here's all of the halyards. And there's the mast. Christian's just screwing on the last piece of hardware. Done. Bedded. Every hole's drilled in the mast. All the hardware, everything's in. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I mean, just scrape it off really fine. All good, so yeah. So now, we can put it all in. All right, well, mast is done for now. We just got to build the rod. But the mast and boom are united for the first time. Not in the ideal situation, but there's the boom and there's the mast. So we're just getting it out of the way because we're about to bring the boat out of the build shed for the first time and the last time. So it's gonna come out and go in the pit in the ground over there. So the welder can deal with the keel bolts, and they can start longboarding the bottom and bottom paint. So yeah, there's the pit. And there's the boat. Good times. She's officially out. She is officially out of the barn. Dave, the mastermind behind this boat. What do you think, Dave? She's out. It's like,
So stoked.
oh my God. Bob, what do you think? She's out of the barn. Bob's been working on this boat for 5 years building. Jeez. All right, big moment. Holy crap, I gotta take a look here. Woo. You gotta go up on the transom. Oh yeah. She's outside. Just a matter of time. Mast is back there by my shop. Boat was built here in the barn, and then it went over in there to get painted and all the finish work in there. Now it's out of the paint tent, and now she's out in the open. There's Ian, other boat builder. He's been drilling holes for the keel bolts. Oh yeah. All right, this is the fun that's going on at Rogue Rigging right now. Get the portable rod header from Jay Butler Rigging from up north. Came in town to help us head the rod here for the rig. So good times.
We can buffalo, but it doesn't make any difference to the ridges.
To clean it up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, one down. A few more to go.
About 200 short.
Yeah.
100 short.
Okay.
Pretty good.
This is a 5,000 psi to grip it. Jeez.
It's a 400-ton
Ram. in there. Christian's holding it up, but it's in there.
Yep. Open both of them. And then flip that over. Perfect.
First trip up the rig. Just to the lower spiders we're measuring. But I gotta lift the hired over the top of the lifting truck. Mast is in the boat. Now it's back out of the boat to get weighed. So we're getting it officially weighed, and we're gonna find the balancing point here for our rating. So sorry for the crane noise, but yep, we're at marathon of a day. But all the rods built. As soon as we got it the last head on, we pulled the mast so we can get the weighed. And now we're gonna put it back in as soon as we're done weighing. A little bit more. Dave, man in charge. Cree, the owner, operator, crane operator. Dick Horn, official measurer, weigher. It's close. Marathon of a day, but look at this. The rig is in the boat for the last time. It's in. It is in the boat. Rig is measured, weighed. Happy days. Happy days. All right, here we are. Berkeley Marine Center. We're at the back of the glass slipper, and look, black carbon thing behind me. The mast is in for the last time. It's all happening. We got the composite guys, Bob and Dave, working hard doing the fairing and putting glass around the keel, because the keel's all bolted in. The running rigging's on the boat for the most part. Everything's not going to be in the way while we're still finishing building the boat. All right. Boom's on. Everything is put together here. See the running backs there. Those are all the strops that I made. Shop. This is just a stand-in for the main sheet for right now, because we didn't want the main sheet going across the cockpit since it'll be continuous while we're finishing all the fit out and everything. So cockpit's still gonna get like the HydroTurf decking material once everything's all done down below. But yeah, running rigging's in, everything's in, halyards are in. There's the hatchboard. This is our sweet carbon fiber hatchboard, pretty sexy. And yeah, hides are in. Big rig. So we're just waiting on boom vang toggle to be machined down, and then I can finish rigging the vang and a couple more pieces of line. All the tack lines are going to go forward once we have the snout made for the end of the sprint. And I can run tack lines out and put a few more fair leads. And yeah, so looking good.